My question to you guys is, can your happiness be compromised for success in general life, for example?
No, I don't think so. Because I feel like if whatever I'm attaining to, the end goal is to make me happy in a way. So if in the process of getting there, I'm not happy, I'm going to stop and find another way or do something else. You know what I mean? So with respect to material things, I think if obviously the means of getting that is working, getting a job, or for most people, you know, so if I'm going to have to do a job I don't enjoy in order to get there, I'm not going to do that job, I'll find another one. And as much as this might be a bit of a setback and it's not necessarily good, I feel like I'll take longer finding the job I want in order to be happy with it, rather than just firm it and then go through and then eventually get to where I need to be. Because I want the process to be as enjoyable as the end goal or close to. I don't see the point in unnecessarily suffering when there is another way. If there's no other way, then cool. But if there is a better way, a more efficient way, then you choose that. At least I would.
Very true, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you. I would agree with you and say no, but I believe there are instances where happiness has been compromised in order to achieve a certain goal or achieve certain successes. For example, like uni students, for example, they'll tell you they're probably the most unhappy people on this planet, but they're compromising their success in order to achieve the goal. They're compromising their happiness, in order to achieve the goal of success, which obviously comes with a uni degree and then graduate job and whatever you do after that. So there are instances in life where you may be forced to, well, not forced to, because in that case you chose to, but there are instances you're also forced to compromise that happiness in order to achieve a certain goal and certain successes in life.
No, I agree with that. I think it's more of that if I have the option. So, what's an example? Can't think of an example. I'm tired. But as you said, there are times in life where you are forced to do so. And in that case, then I will, because I know that that is what I need to do to get there. But if there's two routes to get to a destination, they both get me there. One takes longer, or even if they take the same amount of time, but one will cause unnecessary challenges. If I can avoid those challenges, then I would. And as I said, this may not necessarily be a good thing, and it's linked to the laziness thing. I'm working on it. We'll get there. but I think if there are two options for me to go, then I'll take the one that will require
the route of less resistance.
Yeah. And that's more about, because then, like, if I have certain energy, because remember, we've just gone through a mad year, for example. Now, if I'm going to then go through something stressful in order to get to an end goal that will make me happy, am I going to have that backup energy or like stability or control to keep myself okay? Whereas if I find another way that gets there the same, then I still have that bit of extra to take care of myself. Do you see what I mean? I have not explained that well. I'm really sorry. I can't think.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense to me, if that helps.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense.
I think in my case, for me, it depends on what the goal is. Because, like, usually when the goal is just for me, no. I will make myself happy until I reach my goal. But if the goal is for someone else, yeah, I tend to make a bit more sacrifices, to be honest. Like, for example, I don't know, I have a goal that I have for Jehovah. And to get there, I know I'm going to have to, like, you know, work and save up. Do I particularly enjoy saving up? No, because you see the money drop and you kind of you have all these things you want to do with all this money, but you have to put some aside because you know where you want to go to with Jehovah. Or for example, with my dad's not a witness, but he's very focused on education. So I made a certain decision to not stumble my dad. And in the process, it was very hard for me at times. But I just thought about my dad, like, you know, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. To piggyback on that, because like what you said, you made, like, for example, you made a certain decision for your dad. Societal pressures may force us to willingly, even if we don't want to, compromise our happiness to achieve a goal, because I've lost my train of thought. I have lost my train of thought. I'll come back to myself. So someone else talk. Let me try and revive my train of thought. Someone else talk.
Serena.
Yeah, I agree with what Kevin said about having the two choices, that you want to choose what would make you happier rather than, you know, forcing yourself to compromise that. I guess also time frame as well. Like if you don't have that option of not compromising that happiness and you have that time frame, I think that kind of helps you probably get through. You think, okay, it's only this amount of time that I can do this, and then after that I'll have this success and it will be forever. For how long?
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm jumping off of what Becca said as well. The examples you gave were really good because, for example, your spiritual goals, you're doing that for Jehovah. So the means justify the ends. You get me? So regardless of what you have to go through, you know that the end product will be more than worth what you struggle for. Do you see what I mean? I think that's the best way I can put it. If I cannot justify the amount of energy I'm putting in for what I will eventually get out, I won't put in that effort. Do you see what I mean? And that's not to say that I won't make sacrifices. I know when and where to make sacrifices, but I'm very choosy about when I do so or what sacrifices I make. So for spiritual things, I'll make those sacrifices because I know that reaching that goal, making Jehovah happy, will not only benefit me but make him happy. You see, that's a big thing. And considering everything that we have experienced, that I have experienced as a result of his support and help in my life, I feel like I don't even have, even if I were to try and make a reasoning as to why it wouldn't make sense. Do you see what I mean? The ends more than justifies the means that I have to go through. But other things, I cannot say the same thing, hence why I might take the time to find another way around it. And once I find that way, even if it is a little bit longer, I'll rather go that way than force myself through something that I won't be happy with for an end that won't make me happier. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Mm-hmm. We hear you. And my point more comes into effect in the next question I'm going to ask. So I'm not going to say my point, but yes, Kevin, I understand and agree with what you're saying. I agree. So my next question is,